I wanted to make a video off of this narrative that I've been doing a lot of research in because the market is down. I'd rather make this video now, give you an opportunity to look into it, do your own research into it, and then make your decision versus being an influencer that just talks about something because it's going up. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So this whole narrative that I've been investing in recently, doing a lot of research in, is Bitcoin's ecosystem. Now, since 2021, Bitcoin went through an upgrade to Bitcoin's core called Taproots. And essentially, without getting into the technicalities of it, it allows more complex use cases on Bitcoin. So you have different protocols going live using this new capability called Taproots, like ordinals, which is an NFT platform where you can just inscribe information on Bitcoin, which is kind of interesting. You can have NFTs on Bitcoin. You can upload videos on Bitcoin. You can put a picture of yourself on Bitcoin, send a message, put it there, and it'll be there forever, which I think is kind of cool. And then you have a new protocol, a fungible token that launched during the Bitcoin halving called Runes protocol, which is a fungible token standard that pretty much allows you to buy and trade Bitcoin tokens, right? Just without getting too technical with it. So my whole premise on this idea is that Bitcoin assets, aka runes or ordinals, will do incredibly well as Bitcoin goes up in price and as more people really understand the technology behind Bitcoin. Right now with Bitcoin, there is a big problem around liquidity because right now, I believe Bitcoin's at almost a $2 trillion market cap, and all that liquidity is just locked into Bitcoin. And you don't do much with it other than just buy, trade, sell, and just hold. That's it. So without having additional use cases like DeFi, you have different protocols like different layer ones like Ethereum coming up, like launched because they saw the lack of capability Bitcoin had. You have Solana, you have Cardano, you have different layer ones trying to solve the problem that Bitcoin does, the fact that Bitcoin can't do anything other than just being a currency or a store of value. Now, when I want to show you this, it's wild to me that I'm making a video on this because of how crappy the ecosystem is doing. It's doing terribly. And let me show you what I mean. So when we look at what's going on right here, this is the overall market cap of Runes. This is an entire value of the Runes protocol on Bitcoin. Over the last 24 hours, only $224,000 of volume for Bitcoin's ecosystem. Complete garbage. You have 1.1 million holders, which obviously this does not reflect the amount of active holders. When we look at this right here, we're almost at all-time lows for the Runes market cap, the overall market cap for Runes. So is this the bottom? Is there more opportunity to bleed? Well, let me show you what happened over the last 30 days. The last 30 days has been a complete bloodbath. Oh my God. It's you see the market overall for crypto has been not doing the best on Runes. On the overall altcoin market. When you look at Runes, it's doing worse. It's doing worse because in theory, because it's a Bitcoin asset, it should at least stay up to date with Bitcoin. Like if Bitcoin goes up in value, it should keep up in value in theory. And if it goes down, it should go down proportionately with Bitcoin. However, this is not the case at all. It's not the case. Bitcoin goes up, Runes go down. Bitcoin goes down, Runes go down. That's how it has been happening since April, I would say. But anyways, down 53% here, down 61%, down 43%, down 51%. It's just complete. It's just a massacre. If we go look at this is doing pretty bad as well. And honestly, this all has to account of the poor UX, the UI. Like it's terrible. If you have been buying or selling Runes, you know exactly what I mean. Because when you look at how to trade Runes, this is how you have to trade Runes. You have to quite literally buy it via an order book like this, like what I'm doing, and then buy it. And if I want to sell it, I have to list it up here and wait for someone else to buy it. So if I have $100 million worth of Runes, the liquidity, I have no liquidity. I can't sell. Nobody will buy it, unfortunately. So that's the biggest problem right now with Runes. And I think because of that, a lot of market fluctuation has been more like Runes has been much more sensitive to this market fluctuation that we're seeing with Bitcoin, with the altcoin market. But that doesn't stop there though, because Yes, it's very bad right now. We have to also remember it is incredibly early. This protocol standard launched in April, so not even a full year, and we're seeing the like this is the beginning phases. When Ethereum launched, there wasn't a Uniswap right away. I can guarantee that the trading experience when Ethereum first launched was also incredibly bad, right? So we have to give time for an ecosystem for that's just as new as Runes protocol, for example, or even assets on Bitcoin to start to catch up in development. And we're starting to see that right now, which is very interesting. Enter like this platform called Odin.fun. Now, Odin.fun, this is a degenerate platform. This is the equivalent to Pump Fund on Solana, but this is on Bitcoin. So you might be wondering like, okay, like who cares? This is degeneracy. Why would this have any utility? You're right. I agree with you, but degens are always going to degen. And if there's a new way to gamble on meme coins, people will follow. Unfortunately, that's just how it is, right? Especially in this market, the bubble or whatever you want to call, say that we're in. Now, this is the equivalent to Pump Fund, right? And this is built, I believe, on Hyperliquid. Now, this is a very fast, intuitive platform. I will put a referral link in the description below if you want to try out that platform. Just click the link in the description below to use my referral link. But essentially, it's super easy. You have a Bitcoin wallet, and you just connect it to this platform, and then you send your Bitcoin to the address, and then now you have Bitcoin on a layer 2 that's instant, fast, and now you can participate in degeneracy, right? So Odin.fun launched just a few days ago, and this is very important because timing is of the essence. If you were in the early phases of Pump Fund on Solana, you would be in a place where you're probably laughing. You would have gotten in on the bonk. You would have gotten in on all those very like 1,000, 2,000x opportunities in a very early phase if you were an active investor. Higher chance of that happening. Now, the cool thing about this is that over time, this hasn't been implemented yet. It is a feature that will be implemented. It's in the very early phases. Again, Bitcoin's ecosystem is very early. The runes, like all these layer 2 tokens, will be etched on runes layer 1. So everything that you see here will be eventually on layer 1. Now, you still run into the problem of the poor UI experience on Bitcoin, but again, people are working on that. There are development teams that are building a better experience, and this is just the beginning. Now, the biggest thing I want to say around this, the most interesting part I would say, is that why would people use this over Pump Fund, for example? Why I think people will gravitate away from Solana to something like this is because of this one small but important piece of information. All the liquidity is on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the base asset. Now, if you could have pure degeneracy in the meme coin space, right? Pure degeneracy. I have like a stutter when I say that for some reason. But pure degeneracy. I try to say it again, but I still have a stutter a little bit. I don't know why. Anyways, if you have that, but you have Bitcoin as being the base asset, that makes it a little bit interesting. Every liquidity pool, if you can have the asset, the base asset as the most expensive, the most trusted investment, like Bitcoin as that base asset, it adds more value to the liquidity pool. Because remember, when Bitcoin goes up and down, it fluctuates the other altcoin assets, those base assets. So if you look at Pump Fund, for example, Solana is the base asset for that because it's on Solana, right? So you have $2 trillion locked into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's almost worth $2 trillion. Now you have a way to have a direct link to degeneracy for this, right? Now, will people sell or like put their Bitcoin on something like Odin.fun, a layer 2? I mean, we don't know yet. We don't know. It's something so early. Will diehard like ancient whales participate in this? I mean, if there's a very easy way to do it, it's possible, right? Who knows? That's the idea. If we can get the just a small percentage of Bitcoin's liquidity thrown into this kind of these layer 2s, runes, ordinals, then you start to see a lot of opportunity. Right? That's the narrative. That's why I've been doing a lot of research, keeping up to date as to what it is. Because even if there's a small percentage of Bitcoin's liquidity starts to funnel into these different narratives on Bitcoin, then you can see how early you are and what the potential is. So that's why I've been doing a lot of research. That's why I think that Bitcoin's ecosystem is incredibly bullish right now. Even though when we look at this, oh my God, I cringe when I see this. Um, when we look at this, it's just garbage. It's so bad. When we look at this, we're at an all-time lows for value. It's clearly not looking good right now. But when you look at the narrative isn't going to change. You have to look at what's happening. Are people building? Yes, check. I mean, this just launched recently and the platform is very, very good. I would say even faster than Pump Fund. Check it out if you don't believe me. Again, link in the description below if you want to try it, and the referral code is right over there. But there's clear building, and there's different implementations of like the different upgrades to Bitcoin Core, which I'm not going to really talk more about right now. I'll make a whole different video, so subscribe if you want to hear about it. But it's about OP-Cat, which essentially allows a lot more smart contract capabilities on Bitcoin. Anyways, I'm not going to go into that, but it's people are pushing for that. So you have different development that's happening on Bitcoin that's starting to create this, I guess. If I talk about this, I can talk about this for hours, but it's trying to create this, I guess, new ecosystem built on Bitcoin. It's like it's an opportunity for Bitcoin to take away some of that, the competition, the liquidity that went out to like Ethereum, to Cardano, to Solana, to different layer ones, and start to like absorb it back in. Like it starts to take all that liquidity that left Bitcoin, and now it's like coming back into its own ecosystem. So it's interesting. It's interesting to say the least. And it's something that I believe if you're in the cryptocurrency space, do your research. Oops, I don't know. Do your research and just look into it, okay? I'm not telling you exactly what to invest in. I'm not doing that. Just do your research. And I need to drink some water right now. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making this video. I think I'm back. We'll see what happens. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys want to join back my my Telegram again, it's free. I've been active even though I haven't been making videos. I've been active in my Telegram group. So if you want to check it out, I would recommend link in the description below. It's completely free, nothing paid there. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.